Hi Aries, welcome to your April 2021 astrology and tarot reading. So nice to have you guys here. So April, let's talk about the astrology really quick. Sorry, I gotta move some things around. So I wanted to do your reading after that Libra full moon because now you guys know what it is. Like, it's very, very clear to you now what it is that's holding you back from fully illuminating and stepping into your power. And maybe it has shown you in ways leading, like leading up to this moon, maybe there were different ways that it was showing you before. Like your energy was showing this thing, right? This very nagging, like there's a reason why I'm not able to push forward. There's a reason why I'm not moving forward. And there's like this nagging that's going on, and that full moon came in and just smacked you over the head with it. And there's absolutely no way that you can deny it now. You can't ignore it. You can't deny it. Everything is becoming very clear to you. And when that kind of stuff happens, we have a choice. We have a choice to take on the responsibility of whatever it is that we're being shown about ourselves that needs to change. Because when it comes down to it, right, Aries, when it comes down to it, we're responsible for ourselves and everybody else is responsible for themselves. That doesn't mean that we stop caring for other people. That doesn't mean that we stop interacting with other people or giving blessings to other people or whatever, right? That doesn't mean that we cut other people out of our lives. That just means that we don't take on the responsibilities of other people in order for them to see it our way or see it in our perspective. We can only change ourselves. And this Libra full moon showed you exactly what that was that needed to change so that you can move forward. Probably had a lot to do with the relationships that you have in your life. Maybe not necessarily romantic, but where have you not been showing up for yourself, but showing up for other people along the way, right? April's energies, there's a very difficult Mars squaring Neptune. Mars is in Gemini, Neptune is in Pisces. That's going to be painful. That's going to be really, really hard. That happens on April 9th. Mercury is shifting from Pisces to Aries. So, and with Mercury in Aries, when Mercury shifts into Aries, everybody's communication level is going to go from almost nothing to everything, right? And while in Pisces, we were maybe not really thinking before we speak, in Aries, it's going to be the same way, only it's not because we don't have all of the information. It's because now we think we have all of the information. And so we're just going to it's just going to be spilling out. And then we have this Mars squaring Neptune that's happening on April 8th, April 9th. It's going to be kind of like both days. But with this Mars squaring Neptune, that can be really, really painful in a lot of ways. So, and this is going to affect the way that you communicate with other people. This Mars in Gemini squaring Neptune is going to affect the way that you communicate with other people. So really paying attention to the words that you're saying, really paying attention to how you're interacting with other people, and recognizing that you can no longer sleep on your hopes, desires, and dreams. It's not about wishing and hoping that somebody else is going to come into your life and poof, everything's going to magically fall into place. It's not like that anymore. So Mercury is going to be in your sign for 3 weeks, and then it's going to be shifting into Taurus. So really it's going to be shifting into Taurus, like literally the day before the sun moves into Taurus. So allowing yourself to see where that communication gap is with other people and where that communication gap is with yourself, that's going to save you a lot of turmoil in April. And if it is honestly, if whatever it is that you want to say, whatever it is, like, don't be cutthroat about it. Don't, because it's very easy It's going to be really easy to cut people down, and it's going to be really easy. I mean, like, you could absolutely lose friendships in April if you decide that the things that you need to say are more important than somebody else's feelings or emotions. Now, again, you are not responsible for how other people feel. So if you're speaking your truth and you're doing it through love and it's of the best intentions for everybody involved and they get butthurt, that is not your problem. That is a them problem and not a you problem. Remember that. I love these cards that are coming out. Let me show these to you before we get some more. So the first card that came out was the Queen of Swords. Now, yes, you could be dealing with an air sign, but also the fact this came out when I was saying the whole cutthroat thing. Like, you can absolutely cut somebody down. The Queen of Swords is not somebody that mixes her words up. Like, she will just make sure, be very discerning about the words that are coming out of your mouth, because you could say things that you regret later on. But standing fully in your power. It is springtime, Aries. We are now definitely in the spring. It is really, really time to start planting those seeds. This could be a Libra energy that you are dealing with, or even a Taurus energy that you're dealing with. But more than anything, like, stand fully in that Empress power of yours. And then we have a water sign here, somebody, the King of Cups. So, the emotional capacity of the King of Cups is huge. Like, the King of Cups has quite a bit of emotions. He just doesn't necessarily show them very often. We also have the King of Swords here and the Hierophant. So you could also be dealing with the Taurus energy. The words that people are going to be saying to you might feel like they're a little bit more harmful than maybe they're meant to be. Like I said, don't be cutthroat to other people. People might be cutthroat to you. There's also a sense of wanting to level up. Now, and it could be you wanting to level up with an air sign or with a water sign. So I have the King of Swords here. The King of Swords to me is like the authority figure, though. This could be a boss figure, or this could be, like, it feels like somebody who may even be in government, or like a judge or a lawyer or a teacher, somebody that feels like kind of like an authority figure in your life. And then we have the Hierophant, and then we have the Nine of Swords. So this Taurus energy might be the key to your undoing. Now, remember that Mercury is going to be moving into Taurus. The Sun is moving into Taurus. That's all going to be happening on April 19th and 20th. And then your focus is going to be shifting from yourself to your values and your career and the things that you really want to start. You know, this is a time for you to plant the seeds. So when we get to Taurus season, you can not be in the Nine of Swords, but you can see a little bit more clear how you planted the seeds during your season. Everything starts to blossom and bloom for you during Taurus season. But it's not going to be possible if you allow the authoritative energy to overcome you. So just be very clear and state your truth, and do it with, with all of that essence of like warriorship behind it, you know. Like, I feel like somehow you're just going to have to stand up for yourself this month in some way, shape, or form, whether it's with a water sign or an air sign. I feel like you're sort of like standing up for yourself and showing out your power this month in a really big way. Okay, so let's see. Queen of Swords. Yeah, and this is exactly why. The words that can be said. Yeah, man. Three of Swords on the Queen of Swords. Somebody is legitimately trying to disrespect you, disregard you in some way, and it's not cute. It's not cute. And it's like, this is my season. It's my birthday. This is my season. You guys don't need that in your life, right? So really remember who you are. Sit in this Empress energy and really remember who you are, and remember that nobody else has the power to control how you feel about any given situation. You're the only person. You're the only person that has all of that power. And if you let whatever it is that's going to be said, if you let that person get to you, the rest of April is going to be super, super rocky. You may not see it coming. All right, so we have the five of Pentacles on the Empress. This is what I'm saying, you guys. The Five of Pentacles is that lack mentality. The Five of Pentacles is representing, is like representative of not feeling like we're good enough, not feeling like we have enough, not feeling like we're good enough. And so we, when we're in that lack mentality state of mind, it's really, really hard to see that you are this Empress energy, that it's not something that you need, when you're in a lack mentality, you're almost sleeping on yourself, right? So whatever it is that this air sign or this water sign, Taurus or whoever it was that said the things, did the things, whoever did that to you or whoever said that to you is you're allowing them to have power over how you feel about it. Do you see? And Two of Swords on the King of Cups. Now, the decision that you have to make about this water sign, and this could be that person, like, whether you said the words that hurt the other person's feelings, or whether this water sign said the words to hurt your feelings, that Two of Swords, I feel like nobody is showing up, like everybody's showing up within their ego. Nobody's showing up in love. Nobody's showing up with, openness and allowing themselves to detach from the emotional reaction to it. I feel like that Two of Swords, like not everybody is looking at the full picture. Nobody's looking at the details of things. Hold on 1 second for me. Okay. Sorry about that. Just had some family things I had to take care of really quick. Okay. So, you don't really see the King of Cups coming, or you don't see the full extent of how all of this is going to play out. Either way. It could be that you had expectations of the way that this was going to look or the way that this was going to happen. And it's time for you to make a decision, I feel like. And it's in a really defensive kind of way that you're having to make this decision with this King of Cups here and that Two of Swords. Like, that's a super defensive way to have to make decisions. But, man, if they're making you feel, Five of Pentacles lack, it's just not it. Like, so let's see. King of Swords. This authority figure. Okay, so it may be that you are also trying to decide between two different energies, an air sign and a water sign. Because both of them, you don't have a definitive answer for either one of them. And it may be because you're getting mixed signals from either one of them or both of those energies. So a lot of times we're not going to make decision. A lot of times we don't want to make a decision. A lot of times we don't want to commit to making a decision when it feels so wishy-washy on the other side. So we have the Knight of Wands with the King of Swords. So this is the same energy. You're literally doing the same thing with both the water energy and the air energy. You're doing the same thing. If this is about a third-party situation, maybe you're the third party within a third-party situation, or you have two individuals and you're trying to, it feels very painful. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this with all of the love and respect for every single Aries person that I've ever known. You guys know what you want. You think that you don't know what you want because you allow yourself to talk yourself out of the thing that you want. And it's almost a fear. Like, if I really got that thing that I wanted, is it right for me? Is it not right for me? Am I going to get bored? Am I going to want to move on later? You want to be able to, 7 of Cups, keep your options open sometimes, right? You want to be able to have a lot of options. And I think that that's where you are right now. But the fairness level to yourself and to anybody else that's involved, when you're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and your energy isn't focused on one specific area, that can be very stagnant for you, and it can be very stagnant for anybody else too. The decision that you need to make is for yourself. It may be that neither one of these individuals are right for you. So I have Judgment on the Hierophant. Yeah. When it comes down to, at the end of the day, when it comes down to what it is that you need to do for yourself, the only thing that is holding you back from making a decision is you. You may give all of these reasons why you haven't made the decision, but I guarantee you every single one of those reasons why you haven't made the decision is an excuse so that you don't have to make the decision. Think about that for a second. Before you get mad at me for saying it, before you get butthurt, I'm not trying to piss you off by saying that, but you have to understand that by you giving an excuse as to why this person did this, or that person did this, or that person did this, or that person did this, or this is what my past experiences were, da 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 da, right? At the end of the day, it's your choice. And the universe is saying that it's time for you to level yourself up. Stop playing so small. If you're trying to decide between 2 individuals, if you're trying to decide between 2 situations, if an individual is trying to decide between you and somebody else, you're giving your power away when you do that. So the anxiety that can be created out of this situation of going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth can become extremely emotional. I feel like you guys might be on 2 different spectrums this month. You're going to be on the really, really cutthroat side and the really, really emotional side. The thing that's really going to save you is not allowing your ego to get involved with it, right? With the experiences that you're going through. Might be a little bit confusing, but I really feel like this is a third party on somebody's part, or you're having to release one energy so that you can welcome another energy in. 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, 7 of Cups. I feel like you guys have a lot of options right now. I feel like you are sort of confusing yourself when it comes to the amount of accessibility that you're giving out to other people. But the confusion is loud. So standing up for yourself and living out loud for yourself every single time, always choose love. Always choose love. Even if it's a little frightening, always choose love. And love is not the ego love. I don't mean the desire of needing to be with another person. When I say choose love, I mean whatever it is that your soul is guiding you to do. Not your heart, not your hormones, not somebody else's pheromones. No, that's not love. That's attraction. That's physiological, right? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what is good for your soul. What doesn't bring you anxiety? What doesn't bring you fear? What doesn't bring you confusion? That's what's good for your soul. And if that does not describe either one of these people, if nobody is giving you clarity, you need to find that yourself. You see? And then we have the Page of Swords. Yeah, and the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords. This could turn out really, really badly if you're not honest with yourself. It could turn out on you losing everything. I know that sounds very dramatic, but you know what I'm talking about. You understand. And this full moon gave you great clarity on it. On what it is. Remember. Remember who you are. Page of Swords, Five of Swords, Seven of Swords. Remember who you are. And don't let your own sabotage create that blockage in your life. Okay? I love you guys. So I do have about 8 spots left in April that are 20% off for tarot readings if you use the code ASTRO20. And snag your spot, 20% off. Go to fearlessintuition.net. That information is in the description box. Love you guys so, so much. Happy birthday to all of my lovely birthday Aries birthday babies. Blah, blah, blah. Mercury is still in Pisces, you guys. Can't wait. Couple days. Just a couple days left. I love you. Have a wonderful birthday season. Bye.